So Faith, which one would you like me to use?
6.8.
And you would like me to move it which direction?
4.
Forward how many times?
2.
1. Okay, so if I move that decimal forward 1, Dalton, what do I do to the exponent? So it should be times 10 to the 5th, okay? And then I'm going to add that to still 9.24 times 10 to the 5th. Okay, now that I have the same exponent, what can I pull out? My times 10 to the 5th, right? And I have 0.689 plus 9.24. So when you add those decimals together, what do you get? Haley, what do you get? Nine point what? 929 times 10 to the 5th. Is that in scientific notation?
Yes.
Okay, so then you'd be done. Okay, I know earlier Landon said, or Faith said that, well, the book moved the bigger one and made it to a smaller exponent. Okay, and then the book also had an extra step here at the end that they had to change it into scientific notation. Do you get the same answer whether you move the bigger or the smaller one? Yes, you just might have an extra step. Okay, so that's why I say to move the smaller exponent. Questions on that one? Okay, so then in example 4, Tristan, do I have both of my numbers in scientific notation?
Yeah. No. What?
Okay, one of them's not, right?
The one in bold?
Number 4? Yeah.
Oh, the no.
Okay, so what do you want to do with this right here? This 11,610,000. Yeah. How many times?
7.
Why would you move it 7?
Because then it makes it the number between 1 and 10.
Okay, so you could change it into scientific notation. Is there something that someone else would do differently? Instead of moving it 7 times? Autumn, what would you do? Would you just move it 7 times? Okay, anybody else want to move it a different number of times? Adriana?
8.
Why do you want to move it 8?
Because I have
So this exponent right here is 8, right?
Yeah.
So I could either move it 7 and then end up moving it again, or I could just make it match my exponent. So how many times, Tristan, do you want me to move this number? The decimal. How many times do you want me to move the decimal in this number?
8.
8, okay? So if I move it 8 times, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0.1161 times 10 to the what?
8.
8, because I moved it 8 times. Although this is not in scientific notation, that's okay because it's not my final answer. But I moved it 8 times so that my exponents would match. Okay? So do my exponents match now?
Yours.
So I can pull out the times 10 to the 8th, which means I have 7.83 minus 0.1161. Daniel, will you set that in your calculator and tell me what you get? No, type in 7.83 minus 0.1161. Good. 7.7139 times 10 to the 8. Is this in scientific notation?
Yes.
So you would be done. Okay, the book had a lot more steps than what we did they not?
Yeah.
So it's easier if we just make this first step match our exponents. Okay, it takes out a lot of them. Sometimes you still have an extra step at the end. Questions on that example? Okay, flip the page.
What?
I got one more example. Okay, example 5. Do I have a number that's not in scientific notation?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dalton, how many times do you want me to move the decimal in this first number? 6 times, because you want it to match this exponent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dalton, if I moved it 6 times, what would I get?
Okay, like the 532,000.
Yep, move your
Okay.
decimal 6 times, what do you get?
0.59.
Good, so 0.593, and then I could write those zeros, but do I need them? No, times 10 to the what, Dalton? Good, and I still have plus 7.89 times 10 to the 6, okay? What can I pull out from both of them, Bryn? Okay, so times 10 to the 6, and then I can add my decimals. So what do you get when you add your decimals? Bailey? 8.483 times 10 to the 6, and is that in scientific notation?
Yes.
So you'd be done. Okay, I am going to do F with you, and then I'm going to have you do D and E on your guys' own. So everybody should be writing down what I write down. Jack, how many times do you want me to move the decimal in the second number in F? So this 2,700,000. Yep, how many times do you want me to move the decimal? Okay, so that it matches, right? So, Jack, would you move it 5 times and tell me what you get? Okay. And then we have 27 times 10 to the what? How many times did you move your decimal? 5, so times 10 to the 5th. Okay, what could I pull out that is the same, Sean? What is the same from both of these? To the? Okay, so times 10 to the 5th. So then I can rewrite it. What do I get when I add my decimals? What'd you get, Bailey? Okay, so I didn't write enough for him. So you got 33.3 times 10 to the 5th, right? Is that scientific notation, Adriana?
No.
So what do I have to do? One place, and so I get 3.33 times 10 to the what, Adriana? 6, because you add 1 since you moved it forward 1. So even though we made it match, we still in the end had to move our decimal and do that extra step. Okay? Questions?